Well, hello everyone. It is me, Jackie Wilson, and I am so super excited to be back on again, sharing another great video with you guys. I was on a hiatus for about a whole month, just taking that time to finish a book project that I had been working on. So I'm happy to say that that project is over with, and now I'm back making videos. So I thank you all for joining in again today for another great topic that we're going to talk about. We're talking about racism and relationships. Yes, I said it, because what we're going through right now, we're dealing with a pandemic, which is a pandemic, which is a crisis within itself. But then also now it's been exposed in terms of the racism and the injustices that myself, as well as the other African American family or community, have been experiencing for years and years and years, over 400 years to be exact. And so I wanted to come before you guys to talk about, how this exposure now is affecting relationships, because you were in a friendship with someone, and now you're starting to see, hey, this person is thinking different, the way they're talking, the conversation seems different. I'm not really sure if this person is still somebody I need to really stay in contact with. So how do I maneuver through this kind of relationship, right? So that's what we're talking about today. But before we really get into the topic, I have to bring attention to the death or the murder of George Floyd. And I want to just send out love and, prayers to him and his family, that he may rest in peace, and to his family, to his friends, because we all witnessed a murder, an execution, a horrific situation that happened on live stream video, and we actually witnessed that. So I want to definitely put that out there as well. And that brings me to my next point is we all have been awoken to the racism and the injustices that myself and other African American people have been enduring for years. And so now other cultures are aware of it as well. And so people are woke now. They're woke all over the world, and they wanting justice for us. They have partnered with us. They're out there on the forefront as protesters as well. And then brings me to another point, the protesters. My hat goes off to them, to the protesters that are out there. If I wasn't in that age range around 50 plus, I would be out there too. But because of the COVID, I do need to protect myself. I don't want to end up getting COVID. I don't want to end up dying. So I'm at higher risk. So I have to be at home. But I have been 110% behind the protesters. Everyone out there, regardless to your race, I am behind you guys, and I applaud everything that you guys are doing. And so what I wanted to talk about is the protesters that are out here, the racism that's being exposed. It is challenging relationships, you guys. And so I've read different posts on Facebook of people talking about how they've been exposed to racism from a friend or a family member that, is from a different culture, that now has been into the family, and they're starting to see things different. So my question to you is, what do you do with that? So I'm glad you asked me that. So now I'm going to share with you what my suggestions would be. So if you run into a situation where you have family members, that now are being exposed, or friends or coworkers or neighbors, and you're starting to see that other side of them that you're probably not happy with, but you kind of suspected it was there, but you weren't quite sure, and now it's being exposed. Well, how do you deal with that? How do you move forward? Keep this relationship or not keep that relationship? How do you deal with that? So I'm going to share with you, if it's a situation where you believe that this person truly just does not know, they just don't get it, they don't have the understanding, they weren't educated about it, and they're asking questions about, what's going on with the racism, with the injustices, with the culture, the African American culture, and they're asking questions, genuinely asking questions, then answer them. This is a time to educate. This is not a time to cause division, to judge somebody, to, separate yourself from people. Educate. I don't know how much I can stress that. Educate your family, your friends, people that are asking those questions, that don't know what's going on, and they're just genuinely want to know. Answer those questions. That way you can resolve and salvage that relationship. But if there's individuals that that are just outright racist, in those relationships, that's the best advice I can give you. It'll stop them and you from having any more heartache and pain. So with that being said, I thank you guys for joining in today, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. Bye-bye.